Hello, I'm Nicholas Merchant, and when you come on our trip to the south of France, to the villas and gardens of the Côte d'Azur, I shall be your lecturer. I've been to this part of France a number of times in the last few years with travel editions, and we are based in the beautiful town of Menton, which you can see in this poster of the town um, dating from about 1900. The town hasn't changed a great deal, and it is still a quiet, um, unprepossessing town, I would say, compared with the glitz and gloss of Nice and Cannes. So we stay for a week in this part of the world, and we explore some of the villas and gardens of the region. So on the second slide, you can see some of the villages that we are going to look at. You can see on the top left-hand corners there, you can see the great entrance hall in the mansion of the Villa Ephrussi de Rothschild, built by Beatrice de Rothschild in the early part of the 20th century. Beatrice was a very rich woman, and she was the daughter of James de Rothschild of the Paris branch of the banking family. She built this villa. It was about the second, if not the third villa she had built in the south of France. And in doing so, she removed the top of Cap Ferrat in order to create a flat playing field, as it were, for her garden and her mansion. Inside, you will see her collection of French decorative art of the 18th century, about which she was very passionate. And most notably, of course, there is a wonderful collection of Sèvres porcelain, and you can see some of it there in that little picture in the middle. On the top right-hand corner, you can see the Villa Hanbury at La Mortola. La Mortola is actually in Italy, just across the border from Menton, where we are staying. And it was bought in the 1860s, I think it was, by Sir Charles Hanbury. Hanbury had made his fortune in China, and not wishing to return to England, he and his brother Daniel, who was a botanist, created this wonderful garden which cascades down to the sea, centered on the villa that you can see in the picture. It is now owned by the University of Genoa, who look after it most admirably. Now, the bottom left-hand corner shows you an image of rather a strange-looking building, which is at Saint-Paul-de-Vence. This is the Fondation Marthe. The Fondation Marthe was created in the 1960s by the Marthe family in order to promote French modern sculpture of that era. It is completely different to anything else that we visit. And you might say it is a refreshing change from the traditional sculpture that we see everywhere else. But there are some wonderful examples of art of the latter part of the 20th century, notably Giacometti, who is another favorite of mine. And there on the right-hand side, you can see what we've all come to see in the south of France, and that is the gardens. The gardens, no matter what time of the year we go, which is either in the spring or in the winter, are always abundant with flowers which are completely unthought of in Britain at that time. So there we are, ladies and gentlemen, a brief introduction to the villas and gardens of the Côte d'Azur. I hope to see you on the next tour. And if you want details, then you should look at the website of Travel Editions, www.traveleditions.co.uk, the villas and gardens of the Côte d'Azur. So I look forward to seeing you, and thank you for listening to this little introduction. Thank you.